Alrighty, this is another video on the Pistol X68. I just want to show you this little compact little builds I did. It's anything compatible. It's HPA, any kind of CO2, any kind of HPA. You can use the small tubes or big cans, but it's just there's a few different builds. But this one here specifically, I haven't got this fully tightened down because I'm going to use it to show you the other builds I have with it. But right away, this here, you'll notice it's it's a 38 gram CO2. So it's just a little bit more than 12 grams, all in one. And so yeah, you'd probably be able to get about 3 mags out of it now instead of the normal one. And you can still get the mag out too. You just push the button and it'll slide right out. But I've got it loose right now. I'm going to spin it up and show you different ways. There's two other configurations you can do it with this setup. And then I made another little rig here. And it's almost like a free floating. And instead of it being attached to the side rail, it comes out the bottom. And then this will end up being like right here. And then your tank will come out there. And these things are very light too, so there's like no weight on them whatsoever. And this here is not in the way at all. The only thing that comes up here is your thumb, and your thumb will come right over top of it. So, yeah, just like that. So I'm going to show you right now it's wiggly because I'm going to actually tighten it up and show you another configuration. But yeah, if you can see that, it's really not in the way at all. The thumb just goes in there so nice and easy. See, just like it would as if it wasn't there. Like it's no different. Your thumb will still be right there. See? It's not in the way at all. But anyways, yeah, okay, it looks ridiculous. Sure, you can't conceal it, but where I come from, you're not allowed to conceal anything. So concealing's not an option. But if you just want a small, compact home defense, and you don't only have one magazine, you're not going to be limited to just one magazine. You're going to get about 3. So you can have 3 mags. And like these things here, like they pop right out. They slide out and you can just have another one on the go. So see, no matter what position it's in, they just pop right out. So yeah, here, I'm going to tighten this up here. Okay. There, now that's solid. Oh yeah. So see, I can shake the shit out of that. I can twist it, spin it violently, and look, it's not going nowhere. And it's so light. I can put an HPA tank in here, and this is an on-off for HPA. And then I can put like one of these, an 88 gram. I'm gonna try an 88 gram out because 88 grams usually get a lot more than 12 gram setup. So yeah, I'm gonna do an 88 gram test. But so yeah, that'll go right in there. This is an adapter for the threaded CO2s. You get them at AliExpress or Amazon. So it'll take anything up to the threaded ones, 16, 20, 25, 32, and 38, I believe. I think once you get in the 40s, it's a different thread. But yeah, and you can also, if you want, you can have this part here, so it's on the back, sticking out here. So like it's coming under the line with your wrists. It's a little bit more out of the way. Personally, I like this one here. I really like this for indoor in the house. Like, look at that. The tank is so close to you at all times. It's not cumbersome. It's not in the way. It's not going to bang off anything ever. It's nice and short. It's under here. I like this way up here too. It's really nice up there. It just makes this thing turn down and just extend a little longer down here, but I don't even mind a tank sticking out of there, like the old school setups we used to do. Like, I really don't mind that at all. Like, so this thing's very lightweight. And I've noticed these 38 grams, I've kicked off at 1100 PSI, kind of like the 88 grams do, when I light them off with my pressure gauge, where the 12 grams only read about, I don't know, like 850, 900 usually, the most. And then the 88 grams usually read 1100, sometimes a little bit more of the 13 I've showed. And same with these, I noticed. I've gotten nice kicks, like up to 68 joules with one in the HDR 68. But anyways, yeah, the 88 grams usually always give you a bigger jump, so we're going to try those out tomorrow. But an 88 gram will come out to like here a little bit. So, but like I said, you can use all the CO2s, and like this setup here, you can still easily, look at that, your mag just comes out like nothing, and then you let it hit the floor. It's so light, it probably won't even break. And then you just have one in your hand when you do that, and you just kind of eject it and snap one in really fast. Kind of like, just like, there, if I can lift this up. So you see like this, you just kind of, you have a mag in your hand here, so you just, boom, let that out, boom, push it up in with your thumb if you can really fast. Practice that shit. But at least you have hope now. I mean, if you run out of your 7 shots, well, you can still have enough gas to fire 2 more mags. And I'm pretty sure there's a plenum up in here. So that's why the shots seem to be more regulated. Because only so much air can go in there, and then boom. But with an 88 gram, I think it'll spit a lot more liquid in there. So I don't know. 88 grams always do much higher numbers than 12 grams. In pretty much most guns I've seen or ever tested. But yeah, guys, this is just one of the builds. There's another one here I have with this thing. But for home defense, like, this is amazing. I'm gonna try one of these too, just to see if we can get a little bit more kick, like up in the 60s, or maybe with the 88 gram, we'll get a little bit better luck. But yeah, either way, I don't mind it this way or straight up here where my thumb was. But here, let me just, I'm gonna unscrew this setup right here, and I'll show you what it is. It's just a universal HPA adapter. I have a double hold one. I have a double hole one with a hole on the other side I can put a degasser in, because when you use this plug, you get rid of this plug here, you get rid of your degasser. So, or you can just dry fire a shot and it's pretty much done with after that. But yeah, I have ones like this that have an actual ASA adapter, sorry, an on-off, like this guy right here. See, it has 2 ports, so up in there I can plug one of those twisty degassers. But yeah, so it's just one of these. And then it's this adapter for the threaded CO2 that goes in there. And then you got the ASA universal. Then you got the NPT fittings. This is a male nipple. And then this is a female 90 degree and a male 90 degree. So female to male. And then this is your nipple HPA adapters. That's 1/8 NPT as well. And this thread goes into your paintball tank, like a paintball thread. So yeah, and then you got your adapter here from Home Defense 24. This is the actual MCS version. Critical Situation has these, and multiple other stores. Same place to get these. I think they sell them too. MCS will have them. This here is from this is the Pistol X68, and it's from Defense Innovations. And it's identical to the Mercury Rise Intrubuster as well. Same gun, different name. Some of them have orange. These ones seem to be all black. But anyways, yeah, so here, this is the same thing. Only difference is, instead of the cable connecting, because the way I had it set up, it was pinching my thumb. So I used this for just a little bit more volume. I mean, it's nice and sleek and it's out of the way, but until we figure out different adapters, I mean, this is all I got, guys. Like, there's not really much options to do. You know, you can either stick a tank straight in here if you want, or like I showed the other one, the 90 degrees one. Only difference with this new setup that I just took out is that's not 90 degrees. This one just stays stationary all the times wherever you have it. So it's going to look cool in my carbine setup too. It's coming straight up or up here and over. It'll look a lot better in the carbine, but I'm just going to show you how it looks in the pistol first. And yeah, once again, sorry, it's just These are solid NPT fittings, NPT ends, and then you got the female coplings, NPT copling, another female copling, another. You can get these all in different sizes, like 4, 3 inches, 2 inches, and you just size them up to your length, whatever you need. And then 90-degree elbow, and then a male nipple, 90-degree elbow, and then an HPA nipple adapter, NPT female hole. So yeah, let me just get this in here and just screw this in. Oh, I almost whacked the camera. Okay, so that just spins around. Alrighty, so, and if you can see there now, we got that. Now we can put the same connection in. So, unscrew the adapter here. There we go. That's the adapter that I'm talking about. It's got a paintball thread, male, to a female that takes the 25 threaded CO2. So yeah, I'll just put that in here. Alright. And then same thing with this. Absolutely not in the way of the thumb. I had the cable, it was coming out from a 90-degree that was right here, and it was coming up on the diagonal, and it was digging into my thumb. But this one here is not making any contact with my thumb. I mean, once again, yeah, it looks funny, guys. Like I said, I don't use this for conceal. You would not take this and try to conceal it, because it's just not possible. It does look ridiculous, but the gun by itself looks kind of ridiculous. Big and clunky, so I mean, may as well make it more effective. As funny as this looks, we now can fire off around 3 magazines now. Like, no, you're not going to get full power out of it. You might get decent power out of 2 with one of these, because you're not going to die off at 7 shots, like a 12 gram. You're going to start dying off a little, probably after 14 shots out of the 21 you might get. Maybe, well, you still get a few extra after. You can keep an empty CO2 in here, just to maintain your 50 joule mark. I don't know if this wide open with the CO2, it might, in the bigger CO2s, it might allow more air in, where these are a little bit higher PSI than the 12 grams. I noticed. I have videos that show it on the gauge. I did pressure tests. As soon as you screw it in, it shows what it is. It'll be 800 for, or 850, 900 roughly for 12 gram. Yeah, I explained this, 1100 to 1300 I've gotten from an 88 gram as well. But yeah, even these give pretty good numbers. So yeah, guys, it's pretty stable. I mean, this is light. It's not a big, heavy, clunky HPA tank, and it keeps it really tight to the marker. It's very comfortable. It's not touching you. It's not rubbing. I mean, sure, it's a little bit long, like a couple extra inches, but big deal. It's no different than having an extended magazine. And don't worry, I can make an extended magazine as long as I want for this. But this air source would allow me to now. So if you get about 3 mags, I could probably, yeah, you could probably convert some kind of drum onto here. It's possible, man. I know for a fact I can do an extended mag, but I don't want it too long. I mean, yeah, it's effective and all. It works. More ammo, the better, right? But anyways, yeah, I got my Laser Max laser. It's ambi, and then the strobe. Yeah, on both sides. And the cool thing is about it is it extends past your trigger guard, so it's really close, and it's not sticking way the hell out past your barrel and making it look even more funny and ridiculous. I mean, yeah, people can laugh at this when you pull it out. If they come in your house, they see they laugh. They see this tank on the side. Let me tell you, once you snap 1 or 2 at them, you're not going to see that smile no longer. That's when they're going to know that you're serious, and they'll probably turn around and go the other way if they're smart. But yeah, guys, I got to order a couple more magazines at least. I'm going to do some test firings with these. This is an empty one. I think I have one left. I'm going to order some more of these. I think the 38 grams is the highest. They're pretty expensive too, man. They're like up there with the 88 grams. They're crazy. But, yeah, I also made a different one where I had a cable and I had a 90-degree offset scope rail. And I had it mounted in there, but I just thought that was funny. I have pictures. I'll show that off in the group. But, yeah, and this is a nice low-profile red dot. I got it from my Crossman AP4 fully auto pistol. So, yeah, guys. I'm hoping to see a few extra joules with the 88 grams or one of these. Like I said, this is just strictly for home defense for me. If I was allowed to carry or something like that and go lethal, I would do that first. But if not, I would actually just take this as a normal CO2 pistol. Like, yeah, 6, 7 decent shots above 35 joules. Still, at the last shot, that's pretty damn good. But, yeah, until we get some new connections, like right here, this plug, it has a pin that goes in a thing that holds an O-ring on it. That small O-ring, that's the really leaky one. But it goes inside to the valve part. And you can't really drill into it. I was thinking of drilling an NPT, 1/8 NPT hole, and then coming out 90 degrees and then getting rid of all this here altogether. So I was going to drill straight in there and tap it with an NPT thread and then just make this come out on a 90 degree like that right here. But it's not possible because if you drill into there, you'll ruin that pin. It'll come off. It's just not possible. I'd like to see a cap with some kind of extension with an HPA thread on it too, and then something that doesn't compromise that pin and it keeps that in on it. I mean, that's going to be a complicated part for the machinist to build, but that's going to be the money if you guys can do those, someone. But until then, oh, I'm comfy with this. Like, even if it does raise the power up, you can always keep a 12 gram in here, so it's going to stay relatively at that 50 joule mark. And then you're going to get a lot more shots than just 6 or 7. You're probably going to get 2 full mags of like really good power. And then your last mag will start dropping down. I don't know yet. That's just my estimate. But we all know CO2. Every shot you go drop, and the faster you shoot, the more it drops. So if he's in there and he's bold and stubborn, you hit him, he's just standing there and you want to get rid of him. So you're going to have to bang, bang, bang and really hit him. So you're going to drop. But if you can take a shot and then hold for a few good seconds, you let it warm up, then yeah, you maintain a little bit better power. Also, if I want, I could come a little wider and stick an HPA tank in here, but no need to, because HPA performs the same as CO. Even 1100 psi. In my last video, I did 1100 psi, and it's the same thing. I only got 2 FPS more than what I did with the 12 gram. So, yeah, very interesting design, very interesting pistol. Very expensive to tinker around with, but anything coming up through customs is a risk. So to buy a second one, that would be ideal. I'm not going to go mangle this one up. I'm going to order and get another one. And then I'm going to rip one of them up, go inside and really tinker around with and see what we can do. But I see a lot of areas for improvement there. And like some of these ridiculous springs in here are like, need to be replaced. Like I just don't see some of them lasting long. But other than that, replace the O-rings in here and that one main green O-ring or whatever it was, that blue O-ring. There's a blue O-ring. That one you got to replace. I replaced it just like DK Spencer did with one of those little green. They come in the green kits, like the little Amazon ones. But yeah, it was like 11mm one. I replaced it with that. And then I took all the internal, I wiped it all down with some Ultra Silk. Paintball lube, performance lube. But yeah, guys, any questions? Just ask. Yeah, pretty much covered everything in this. The pistol, see, oh, even with this setup, see, it still comes out the mag, no problem. Magazine, no problem. You just let it hit the ground and then snap another one in. If you got one in your hand, like you just snap. Well, that takes a second to fall, so you just drop it and then right away just snap and then bang, 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 bang. So you can actually reload with this pretty quick. See that? Just boom, falls out. Let it go on the table and then just, as that's happening, so you go click and then snap, click and then snap. Practice makes perfect. But yeah, Pistol X, guys. Defense Innovations. Y'all take care and stay safe, guys.